Have you ever seen a roo kick? Have you ever seen an emu run under the bright Aussie skies and said this year we'll be the one? Oi, oi, oi! What does it mean to be a part of a footy team? It's more than a game. The footy's in our veins. It's time to go. It's a Northern Footy Show. Get out of our way. We wanna see them play.
Nothing like a technical error to start the show, JK.
Another one from you, I'm shocked.
G'day, guys. Welcome to the Northern Footy Show. Thanks for joining in. I'm having a shocker. I'm actually well prepared this week, JK. Welcome. It's been a big week of footy.
Very big week, mate. Plenty happening everywhere. Busy down in Div 3. Div 1, there's a fair bit happening, and obviously Div 2.
Yeah, we're going to get to the pingers. We're going to,
there's been plenty.
How many times have you heard no calf, no epping this week?
Look, I've heard it a few times. Like, as you said, you've had a few messages. It's a hot topic at the moment.
Hot topic. We will get to you. We're going to address epping and get to that. Okay, so I have this week broken plenty of records here. G'day from Sydney. That's a nice quick one. G'day, mate. How you doing? Generally, I'm copying 15 to 20 emails a week. All right. So I counted them before tonight when I was putting the show together. I've had between emails and text messages about issues, 83 in a couple of days.
Busy man.
Mate, no, honestly, it's 30 hours a week as it is generally.
There's a lot of time into it. But I mean, the issues, as you've written hot topics, and like that's what they are. It's pretty full on.
Should we jump into it?
Jump straight into the first one.
Put the specs on. Let's jump into it. All right. So the one thing I will say is our goal is to remain as positive as we always can, but that doesn't mean we don't address the issues. And a little bit of criticism off Big Footy this week was you don't raise the issues enough. One person said, and you know what? It might be right. We're doing the best we can.
Opinions are fine, and that's what we like.
Let's take it to the opinions, and let's be fair to them, because I do get a lot of great information out of Big Footy, and hello to everyone on there that talks to me on there. I appreciate it. Now, all right, first one, 3AW rumour file. I did not know that, and I put my hand on my heart, and I tell you honestly that I had no idea that we were on the show that morning, right? So, and I don't listen to 3AW.
Where's the time, mate? You're doing 30 hours here. You actually work.
So apparently, and I've tried to listen back to it. I haven't been able to find it and hear it. But anyway, someone rang up the 3AW rumour file the other day. I have a missed call. I need to call the station back, and I just haven't got to it today. And it was on the rumour file that we have been stopped from attending and commentating at the Big Freeze MND match at Diamond Creek. So, okay. So last year, just to give some context, JK, as you weren't here, Bonners and I were asked by the junior club to come down as the Northern Footy Show and promote it. We did. We promoted everything. There was huge build-up. It was bloody freezing cold that night. Kids were jumping in ice bars. Ray Shaw was coaching one side. It was amazing. Like, it was a fantastic night. The junior club, I think it's their biggest night of the year, but they raised over $27,000 or $28,000 that night. I reckon there was between 1,000 and 1,500 people braving the freezing cold weather, and what was a fantastic game.
Unreal, and for the cause as well. Great game.
So a non-sanctioned game. Yeah. All right, the NFNL weren't there commentating. They weren't doing anything. So anyway, it's come out that, sent my phone in a meltdown, that we're not allowed to be there this year. Now, that's true. So we've been promoting the living daylights out of it. I understand now, I'm not going to say how, but I understand now that we are not allowed to commentate at that game, which is all about charity for MND. I don't know what to say to that other than this. So let me go on a little bit. So I got informed the other day the club will be sanctioned and fined, and God knows what else if we go out and do it, right? So I found this out. I sent a letter to the board, to the NFNL board, which, you know, I'll give them the courtesy of 7 days to get back to me. But I sent it off to them. Let's see what comes out of it. I don't understand how a volunteer-based business, we're not a business, a volunteer-based thing. Do you get paid to do this?
No.
I certainly don't get paid. So we're here helping raising funds, JK.
Yeah.
Help me out here. What have I missed? Just so people know, we don't catch up during the week.
Nah,
we are both extremely busy. This is the only time we spend together.
Yeah, obviously it's really disappointing. You know, for the cause of what it's for. Voluntarily, you did it last year. We were open to do it this year. You know, we're looking at ways how we can bring in more fundraising. You know, we were going to go down the slide and stuff like that. So I just feel like it's a bit of a personal grudge getting in the way of what really matters and supporting something that really matters.
I have no idea.
So there's more to it, but this is super disappointing.
Yep.
Like there's no, I'm trying to find other words to put into it, but disappointment is what.
Make it easy for you. It's clearly the grudge is me.
Right? Yeah.
So and that's okay. One person doesn't like me.
You're allowed to dislike us as well, but you give a reason around it, and to
interfere in charity raising to me is
ridiculous.
Hypocrisy. It's ridiculous.
You know, if they don't raise money based on, you know, us not being there, you know, a little bit extra here and there, that's just what it's about. Like we want to bring more to the community, bring more for stuff like this, like advertising the game and stuff like that, and clubs getting in trouble for it. It just doesn't make sense. We're trying to build the game, trying to help out where we can. But I'll
tell you what, and I'll be straight up and honest with, you know, all of our viewers. There's plenty on here right now. I honestly contemplated, do I bother? Am I absolutely smashing my head? I spoke to the wife and I said, am I seriously just wasting my time? I love doing volunteer work. I've run basketball, not foundation, basketball clinics for free for disabled people. I've coached Eltham Junior Football Club for a few years. I coach people that are coaching in this league now, like Jimmy Atkins, for example. I played the game. I umpired in the NFNL. And this is the treatment back. I've got to tell you, it's bullshit, and I've had a gutful.
Yeah, right? And I don't blame you.
A gutful. But am I going to go away? Hell no. I tell you why, because backing me in the corner is about the worst thing you can do, because it's just not in my nature to cop anyone's shit at all. And when you're taking money out of a fundraising event to help something like MND, I will now go the full tilt. So looking forward to the board's response, but I'm telling you in advance, if it isn't to overturn the fundraising component, this will be going to a whole new level, and we have the support behind us to do that.
And we said, you know, we were going to roll with the punches, but, you know, I think it's time that we start throwing sideways
back, on that.
I think we start throwing our own.
Punch sideways on
in
this.
there, and I think you'll fire back with something.
Look, people are coming down like crazy here, and we generally don't put this, but, you know, like, what the hell is going on? We're going to keep this up. I know how many people enjoy watching this show. Yeah. You know, I really do. I love the banter. You love the banter.
That's what I'm here for.
You know, and it's good fun.
Show.
But at the end of the day, this guy's played a couple of 100 games. He's a life member at a local cricket club. Congratulations, by the way, this week. Fantastic. I played all my cricket not all my cricket, from about 20 at South Morang and at the cricket club for many, many years. Got to become a journeyman, quickly over to Moondah, quickly over to Lorimer for vets, and played a lot of footy in other leagues, and finished up here at North Heidelberg. This is crazy. We are the people that will be in this league when directors and CEOs and all those guys are gone. We're here cleaning up the mess. This is my fear, JK. I actually think there's a couple of clubs on the cusp of calling it a day over the next couple of years, right? There's people that are struggling immensely. Why are you fighting me, right? So let me finish with this little bit on this, right? If you if you were my client, if I had a client, so 30 clients that paid me $45,000 a year each, I would be looking after those clients like no tomorrow, right? All I'm hearing from, I won't say who, but people in clubland, important people in clubland, without throwing anyone under the bus, is how upset they are with the way this is being run. So wake up. I'm not going to cop this shit any longer. It is absolutely ridiculous. You can stop me speaking at clubs. You can stop me interviewing players, promoting clubs, because I can find ways around that to do that via the leader and all that stuff. But I tell you what, you cannot get in my face and stop a charity like MND. Yeah. Absolutely disgraceful. And I'll get back to the radio station on this tomorrow and await the board's decision. Okay, let's talk about the next biggest topic on the agenda. I'm pissed off now. Did I get fiery or what? All right, have a breath, Daz. I need one of the cheers for the pioneers of the Breeny Brew. I'm out in the fridge, like I only have 4 or 5. No, I only have one on the show each week, but our guests keep leaving with them. I'm sure that the boys.
Yeah, well, they did. They Epping got theirs.
Epping got on it. Yep, fantastic. The other day, so North's on it. Hurstbridge is on
awesome.
It. Is
really good.
If you guys want your 2 free slabs of beer dropped down to you by James, who owns Brainy Brothers Brewing, give us a buzz and I will put you in contact with him and he will drop them down to you.
Very good. Great man.
Absolute ripper of a guy.
Yep.
All right, let's get on to the next one. Mitch Robertson. Let's talk about it because 40 of my 80 emails are Mitch Robertson. Okay. All right. So let me explain this so we're clear. Mitch got 1 week for giving the bird. Right. Then he appealed it. And that's why he got the second week. It wasn't just a straight 2. Okay. So he got two weeks for that. So then I did a little bit of investigation. I have a friend that works at AFL, and so he's really good. So he gave me some information. The AFL fine is $1,000. So if Patrick Cripps comes and gives the bird.
Well, let's say Bailey Smith.
Bailey Smith gives the bird. It's $1,000. There's no suspension. But in the local league, for a guy that came and spent his week down here working with children, working with the club, working with the local community, all paid for by Eltham, I can't understand it. We even had Ricky Nixon on here the other day commenting on it, which is
Chicken Man. Look, insane. It's real disappointing. And like I was at the game, and when it happened, mate, it was emotion. Like it's almost like they're trying to take the emotion out of the game, and it makes no sense. I loved it. I thought it was awesome. To get weeks for it's terrible. And to think like for someone that he's doing that and he's building once again exposure for teams and for leagues, he's missed out now on 2 games that he was already booked in for.
Not only has he missed out on the community's missed that out. Raises $30,000-$40,000 out of that gone.
They've advertised to have him for the day, and that's their big moneymaker and stuff. And then they just think they're a little bit bigger than their boots.
Fine him all of his match payment.
Well, not even that. If it's $1,000 in the AFL, $500 for the NFL. Like let's
put it to a charity. Try MND.
Oh, how good's that? But I think my response right now to him getting that is like seriously, that's crap. Like that can't happen.
No,
we can't.
It's rubbish. No, seriously, we've tried everything else. Who cares? All right, so now I want to give you some contrast around that. Okay, now. Let's go. This week, Noah Cumberland got suspended for what has been reported in the leader as a king hit. I haven't seen it, so I can't comment on it. I'm just quoting the leader, right?
Yeah.
Now, obviously, it's got a lot of controversy. There's been a lot of links around the leader's report. Now, I don't want to call it a king hit because I haven't seen it, but for the punch, let's call it a punch. How many weeks do you reckon he got for belting a bloke?
Look, king hit is 5 or 6.
2. So
the middle the middle finger, the double bird is worth the same as a hit from behind.
Absolutely.
Interesting. And
I've stopped the comments going up here, guys, only because they go up auto and they're coming up nonstop, and it's all against the NFNL, and they probably need to hear it.
So, but I mean, I'm looking right here, right in front of me. We've
got it on. Got it on. A special guest tonight.
Special guest. But I mean, if you want to kind of send a message. Maybe have a look at the right message you want to send. End the coward punch is right here. The Paddy Cronin Foundation.
We'll be speaking to him on the show tonight. We're waiting for him to dial in.
But giving the same amount for, a middle finger compared to a hit behind the play. I don't think Mitch Robinson should have got any weeks. I wasn't there to see Cumberland's hit. I had a look at the video. But it's just to put it in the same context. It's just ridiculous. So it makes no sense. Like, I think there's a lot more politics.
I don't know. I don't
than
even
anything.
know what to say about it any more than that. The local leader reporter Ben Higgins' article was spot on this week on the Robinson verdict. He had over 286 comments of people chiming in. One person supported the decision. Could have been a burner account.
Could have been.
Here's one comment. I want to put this up because this is where we're heading. So you're right onto it here, Linda. So we are speaking to a bigger media corp that wants to take the Northern Footy Show on as part of their show. This isn't where I wanted to go. And let me tell you why. So everybody understands. Once a media corp picks it up, right, and our show becomes part of their show, they will monetize what we do. Then the money doesn't go to the community anymore.
Yeah.
But I can tell you one thing, Linda, and I know, Linda, I will not be giving up on being at MND night as the commentator and nothing less. All right, and we will be there. I'm not sure what happened with Jake Wild. What happened with Jake Wild?
I missed it.
Did he get booked, did he?
I'm assuming so. Feel free to send me that. Wouldn't mind watching that.
Yeah, text me. I wouldn't mind having
actually, it could have been the bump. There was a bump for North Heidelberg. There was a couple of videos going around.
I seen that. Did you see the TikTok?
That.
There's a couple of big hits that didn't get reported.
Yeah, Big Bailey Jordan back. They were fair though.
Yep.
So that's okay.
Mate, it's footy. I do think we're going to be a bit soft in some ways. All right, couple of other things. My Sunday report. Someone asked me the other day, and I do a Sunday report every week. They take me about 2 hours to do my Sunday report.
There's a lot of games.
I generally get up pretty early and do my Sunday report. I didn't this week, and I'm going to be just honest with you why I didn't. I was furious. I was at the point of giving up on the show.
Yeah.
And I advised the board, if you can give me a good enough reason that you think that we are not doing right by the game, and that doesn't mean not saying your thing, mate, I'll close the show in a heartbeat. It gives me back 30 hours a week, no dramas. We do this because we love it.
Yeah.
Like most volunteers or all volunteers in the league. People don't get paid to do this stuff, and they might want to start understanding that this league runs on bloody volunteers, while you guys are the only ones that are getting paid.
Cashing in.
So, righto. All right, that's my rant for the week. I've got something really cool, right, that I want to do right now before we do a quick thing. Okay. I can't wait to meet this guy. All right. So guess who's coming on the show?
When?
I know you don't know this yet, but
this could be anyone, mate.
Right.
Is he like me? Is he...
he's crazier than you. He makes you look subtle.
Subtle.
All right. So there's Bonners. What an accident. Anyone that drinks out of straw is not right.
Is that a winning tab ticket? That's my first question.
No, if he was punting, it wasn't. Okay. So Sean Miller from the Miller Foundation. Cameron Miller from the Sean Miller Foundation. Now, Sean, for those that don't know about the Sean Miller Foundation, young Sean, a young fella, passed away, and then his dad started a foundation supporting childhood congenital heart disease. Mate, I'm not really good with that word.
That's okay.
So, but I'm in contact with Sean, and we support him wherever we can, and he's on our credits and all of those sort of things. Now, he is directing a movie at the moment, and it's got Chris Franklin in it, Corey Feldman. Do you remember Krista Vendy? Oh, she was a hottie in the day. She was amazing on Neighbours. On Neighbours. But have a look who's on there.
I was a home and away man.
No, that's your problem.
Yeah.
The Wiz. Warwick Kappa. We've been invited to go down and interview Warwick Kappa. Right?
So
at a club. I'm not saying which club, but we're going down. You and I are going to interview the Wiz, and we're going to promote this fantastic foundation.
You got that right. He is well and truly.
He's got you covered.
He's well and truly got me covered.
So they are filming at a local club. We're going to go down and on a set day. We're both going to have to take a day off work to do this, but we are going to sit down with the Wiz, watch some filming, and then interview him and talk about everything. Talk
about him. I can't even talk about myself. I love talking about myself, and I'm not even going to get a word in.
All right, that's absolutely huge.
That's huge news.
In a couple of minutes, I've just got a text. Matt Cronin is joining us to talk everything the Pat Cronin Foundation. So as you can see, our little hat, and we've got our armbands on, and there's heaps of things here. So as soon as he comes in, we will cross to him, and we're going to talk about this, the Pat Cronin Foundation round, which is all weekend this weekend across the country, but I'll let him speak about more about that in a second. All right. Before we get into a couple of other things, just while I'm sort of buying some time here, stay with me. Footybanners.com. Now, you would think, Daz, stop just putting sponsors up. But I'll tell you why I'm going to put sponsors up, because this guy is an absolute legend, right? So he has, and together we're having a Make a Kids Day, which is proudly sponsored by footybanners.com. Reached out to a few people whose kids are coming up for games and had a look at the person. Are they worthy of it? And all of those sort of things. So we've done it. The first giveaway is here. And this young fella who's playing his 50th game has no idea, but we're going to show him his banner right now.
That's unreal.
He might be at training. Mernda Football Club, we've given it to Mernda. It's a little Link Westbury, number one at Mernda Footy Club, 50 games. We even got our little logo on it here.
Oh, we got in there. That's nice.
The good thing about their banners, these fellas, is if it's raining, they don't start pulling apart. They are proper, well-printed ones by Gadget. We're dealing with Mark Gadget Lynn. He's the man. So if you need a footy banner, I'm going to put some stuff up, more stuff up on my website. We're trying to spend some time on that when I get 2 minutes. But yes, what a ripper of a banner that's going to be to run out.
Gadget. He's come through the goods there.
Gadget's the man. Thank you very much for sponsoring this young man. Will be very, very well done. So we've done that in conjunction with them. Fantastic in his 50 game. All right. I want to ask you a couple of questions, big fellow. All right. I want to ask you, who do you think so far this season is on the up and we maybe didn't see it, or this is you, and who's on the down? Who stinks? Who's not there? So
I'll go Div 1 to start on the way up.
I'll give it to you. Here you go.
On the way up, I think the obvious one for me on the way up is Eltham and Banyule are very close. Like I think Banyule, I did tip him in the finals, so I will say Eltham. They've surprised me, and they're looking really good. As we said, Bongo is flying, and on the way down, look, I think a little bit disappointing. I think South Morang to start. He's probably not wrong. So I think South Morang a little bit disappointing. The injuries to them early, Cumberland not playing, now suspended. Boy, I hope there wasn't a sign-on involved. But, I think South Morang have to be the disappointing one. I've got a few mates play there. They won't be happy there. Do you want to say yours?
I think that's where South Morang's at. I actually think that, and no disrespect to them, I'm glad they've stuck with the kids. I'm glad that they didn't try to buy a flag. I know Cumberland's, they had to get someone in. He presented it, tried. It's a shame he got suspended because so many people are looking forward to seeing him play. Probably just a bit of a silly act he probably regrets. South Morang are on the, they're where I thought they would be, so no great difference there. North Heidelberg, I thought would be higher at this point, but I haven't tipped them this week. Very tough draw, but they're sitting 8th, just above Bundoora. Bundoora should have had one of those 3 wins as well, and I love Bundy. So could have had 2 of them, could have had 3 of them.
So what are you saying? Is Bundoora disappointing being there, or are you happy with
I don't think they should have been there. I think they should have been sitting 6th or 7th. Right? But they didn't. Opportunities go by. Hursty, I thought would be better, but they've been close. I don't think they'd be better. It's tough to. They've all had tough draws. It's even for most of the competition there. Chris Hall's just said, "Don't give up the show, boys. Passion for footy is what makes a show great." The You Know Who podcast. Better not put that up. But we will. We're going to keep going because I actually just like sitting with JK once a week and talking rubbish. So that's it. Divvy 2. Give me Divvy 2.
Obviously, the big one is St Mary's. They were.
I'm going to stop you. We're going to get Matt Cronin on. 1 second, guys. G'day, Matt. Can you hear us all right? Can you hear us, Matt?
Yes, loud and clear, guys.
Gotcha.
How are you?
Perfect. Thank you for joining us.
Are you hearing me?
What an important week it is going to be for you guys.
Yeah, huge week after a few huge weeks, in light of the whole Noah Bolter situation. So, I've certainly been on Media Street with, good, love the bucket hat there, Darren. Good on you, mate. So,
Got the armbands on, we're flying, they're everywhere.
the whole Noah Bolter situation sort of, good on you, mate. Thank you. Big week ahead with the Pat Cronin Foundation round, across 7 leagues, obviously starting in the Northern Football Netball League. And, we've now expanded out across, as I say, 7 leagues, all the way up to Bendigo.
Yeah, fantastic. I think we have a little bit of a time delay. That's okay. We'll work with that. Let me ask you, Matt, you're doing so much for this, and it's a passion that you guys are continuing. I'm seeing it everywhere. I'm excited. The day at the cricket, I got the stickers off you. They're on the back of my car. I love it. We want to promote it. What's your message to everybody out there, though?
Yeah, the main message, I guess, for this weekend, to me, it's all about respect. It starts with respect, and if there's respect in the world, violence disappears. Okay, and and we know with Pat's situation, being killed by a coward punch, that's absolutely at the extreme end of violence. But you know what? All it takes is that one punch, and Pat was only hit once. That's all it took, and it ended his life. The ramifications of just that stupid, senseless act of throwing one punch can end up with someone dying. Thankfully, it doesn't happen all the time, but it happens way more often than it should. And if people, choose to take the path of non-violence like Pat did that night and drag his mate away from trouble rather than throwing a punch, well, the world's going to be a better place. So it starts with respect. In the Pat Cronin Foundation round, the symbol of respect is to shake the hand of your opponent before the game, but also after the game. And in between, sure, play sport, whether it's football, netball, rugby, basketball, play it as hard as you need to, all within the rules, the way that Pat played, with courage, with fairness, and with respect. And if we can get that message out there, this weekend, seven leagues, 72,000 players this weekend are going to be wearing a yellow armband, right, which is just phenomenal. 250,000 spectators across all of those leagues. So think about that in the context of the AFL. That's 2.5 full MCGs, right?
Wow.
All people hearing the message of Pat's story, and we know we're making a difference. Absolutely we are.
Yeah, you really are. And before we let you go, I had an incident recently where I was actually with a client, and he's seen the sticker on the back of my car, and he spoke to me about the foundation, and he was affiliated with a club not in this league where something similar had happened. Luckily, the person it didn't die, but it was still a very serious, and there was some serious ramifications after it. The one thing I want to congratulate you on, which you probably don't hear often enough, is how good you're doing in the community and how easy it would be to not do something. And this has become your passion in your life, and you guys and everyone that volunteers with you guys is so dedicated to it. And from the Northern Footy Show component, we're absolutely proud to be associated with in promoting your foundation, and you're doing a great job, and we wish you the very best for this weekend, and anything we can do, always reach out.
Fantastic, guys. Really appreciate the support. Look, this weekend there is a big fundraiser happening as the round goes to into fruition. We're having a car. We've got a car raffle for a RAV4.
Wow,
it's worth $64,000. $10 a ticket. And you can win a RAV4 hybrid. Bloody, it's got bloody everything on it, which is amazing. Anyone who wants to buy a raffle ticket, I can send you a link later to share with your socials. But if they just Google search Pat Cronin Foundation, click on the website, a little pop-up will come up when they first log on to the website. There's fantastic information on the website about how to book a presentation and things like that. But click on the link, it'll take you to a site to buy a raffle ticket, and every ticket we sell educates another young Australian. We've got an aim, and it's a pretty lofty aim. We've reached something like 300,000 people so far. We want to get to 1 million people by the end of 2027. So awesome. Every $10 educates another young person. So
Absolutely awesome. Thanks so much for joining us, Matt. We'll get the link up on the socials as soon as I receive it. And if I don't, I'll find it tonight after the show. We'll drive it like crazy. JK and I will get on and we'll buy some as well straight away, of course.
Terrific, guys. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Be wise.
Take care, mate.
Yep.
Thanks, mate.
Well done.
Yep.
What a fantastic
Awesome.
cause, isn't
Yeah,
it? Like,
it
I
is.
just love it, mate. I'm
Yeah.
going to go to Gilligan here. But I love it. It's fantastic. There is a bit of a delay. Sorry about that, guys, but all for a good cause. All right, sorry. Back to
That's okay.
Division
Perfect.
2. What do we
Yeah,
got?
Div 2, same areas. I know I had them up there, but I just think they've been super impressive.
Yep.
On
Agree.
the weekend, they were close as well.
Yep.
So
Agree.
yeah, they're going well. And then disappointment, Thomastown.
Yep.
I think that's the obvious one, isn't
Yep,
it? I mean,
it is.
Watsonian and OP were probably tipped to be down the bottom, but
Yep.
Thomastown, I tipped them to miss the finals.
But just.
I think I had them, to be honest, I think I had them 8th, but just the way, the losses, it is disappointing.
Let's go Div 3.
Div 3 now, well, all right, well, going well. It has to be King Lake. They were really impressive on the weekend.
I'm going to cop that one. Hand up. Didn't see it
No,
coming.
I didn't see it coming either.
Well done,
Florence.
Yep.
Massive in. I just think, I'll be honest, like, Epping had more talent out on the park. I just think they were structured better. They had more effort, and they deserved to win. They beat Epping. I was going to say us, but beat Epping all around the park. They got some handy players. I thought they'd be better at home. Kilmore started the year well, as we tipped. The disappointment, well, I mean, Mernda, I know they've had a tough start, but I mean, I just think they were down by 10 goals very early, 2 games in a row now. So it's kind of
a problem for me, and I love Moonda. We've just given one of the kids a banner there, which has got nothing to do with Moonda really. But if Moonda go, they got Ivanhoe this week, and Ivanhoe for me are on the rise. They're my impressive factor so far. I reckon they're going to be fantastic this year. I think they could finish easily 3rd. That's where I think they could be. But if Moonda goes 0-4 this weekend, and I know they've played most of the top sides, but you've got to beat top sides to play finals. On contrast, Bundoora wasn't aiming for finals. They might have, ideally tried to get it, but they're expected to be somewhere in that bottom half. Mernda was expected to play finals.
Yeah, but
there's a lot of talent there.
0-4, and they play all those 4 again.
Yes.
So that's a tough draw, and mate, they're in trouble because King Lake on the rise, Ivanhoe on the rise, Kilmore on the rise. They haven't played any of them.
Yes.
They're in strife. They're missing the finals 100%.
Oh, you reckon 100%?
Lock it in.
Cool.
But also I will give my boys a backhand too here. They were disappointing on the weekend. So they've got to fall into that disappointing category. They got up for that round 1 Mernda win, but now looking at the sides coming up and stuff, are Mernda that good? Was it just, Epping is sitting 7th?
I know.
Mernda losing to Epping.
It is early.
It's early, but I mean, you got to ask.
But you can't have too many more of these.
No way.
Have a look at my Mighty Blues lids back off, by the way. But the Blues were flying, and we should be coming back. All right. I think that's fair for me. King Lake, I'm going to give a huge round of applause to.
What's that? That's galore.
Yeah, I'm not putting that up. I love it, Jordan, but I'm not putting it up. Well, but I think that I think overall, I'm just going to remove some kickers. All right, I think overall, I'm heavily impressed with the Stars. How couldn't you be? They are fantastic. They're amazing.
Expected though, to be honest.
But for me, my biggest tick so far, because I expect the Stars to be there, is Kilmore. I think Kilmore, Josh Coe, fantastic ex-Mernda player too, ex-Supreme Ruckman. Might have tried to steal him this year, no success. So Kilmore will be happy about that. But for me, Kilmore is the mover and the shaker for me to
Crosby hasn't played yet either. He returns in a couple of weeks. He wanted that shout out.
They will not miss finals, Kilmore.
No, I don't think so.
No chance in the world.
Eat your words, JK.
What have you done, JK? Eat your words. Who's that?
He played his mate. He played at Epping and Lake full forward.
Well, he always does. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
All right, let's move forward a little bit. That's a good summary. We've got a fair bit to get through. I want to talk to you about. The comment I get: no calf, no Epping. What's your answer? How long's he out for?
Well, 1, I don't know. 2, he won't play this week. I'll say he's back for the Stars. I don't think it's no calf, no Epping because They made the prelim, the semi last year without CAF. They beat CAF to get there. So I don't think that's true. But it's anything for a good story. So.
We'll run with it. All right, couple of things. North Heidelberg's, it's not North Heidelberg's, the Beyond Blue Day, which is also in question with us at the moment, but we'll get to that. They have some raffle tickets for their Beyond Blue Day. If you want one, contact me. They are how much, even with my glasses
$5,
on?
mate.
$5 each. If you want one, yell out. I've got heaps of books. JK will have a couple in his car. I'll have a couple in my car. JK's getting smashed here online. Eat your words, JK. And what's the next one that's coming up? No good, JK. We all know that. That's a no-brainer. Now, I got an apology. Gavin Mutz, I told you I sent you a shirt the other day. I did send out a shirt the other day, but yours was in the back of the car. So it's here. Mutzy, without showing everyone your address exactly, it's here. I'll post it on the way home for you. I apologize. I sent out somebody else's, not yours. So that's coming. And I know I've still got to get one to he calls himself the real Fitzpatrick.
Danny.
Danny Fitzpatrick. So I've got to get one up to him. To be honest, boys, I'm nearly out. I've been given a couple away to a couple of people who wanted to wear them. I've seen there was one on Hurstbridge's Bridge Lotto the other day.
And pretty cool.
I've run into a couple at the shopping centre, so that's all right. They're going all right. I need to print some more. All right, let's get into the games.
Let's do it.
All right, this is a big week of footy.
It is.
Huge week. Let's start Divi 1. We're doing that this way this year. South Morang v Heidelberg at South Morang. I've got 120 points, big fella. Where you at?
170.
It's probable, and that's no disrespect to South Morang.
No,
Heidelberg's just
cracked.
Insane.
Yeah. They've won the flag.
Good
on them. Start now.
Well, good on them. All right, next game, Banyul Bandura. I've got the Bulls by a point in an upset here. I was asked today whether I will tip them against Heidelberg.
Yep.
I reckon Heidelberg may just get us, but we'll worry about that when we get to it. But I got Bundy by a point. As you know, I'm going to tip them all year regardless. You've got Banyul.
Banyul by 40. Yeah. Nothing. Bundy have been impressive for me. Like I think their percentage says it all. Like their percentage is 85. So they've been in the games. But I think Banyul have been really good. So I think
probably agree.
Yeah.
North Heidelberg Montmorency. If Nash isn't back, I've got North Heidelberg home by 7 points.
Yeah, if he isn't back, you've said that every week though, and they're sitting second at the moment.
I know, but I don't think North's that bad.
No, they're not
at all.
No.
At all. I actually think they still could play finals.
Yeah, 100%.
So if they knock them off this week, North will play finals. And being an ex-Doggies boy, I love Case, and it's not that I don't love Mont, I do. I love a lot of the guys down there. Marcus Lentini. If I was cloning someone, Marcus Lentini would be my clone player, let me tell you.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Balls by 10 points. Dorso, another T-shirt coming your way, son. Love it. What's going on here? JK may receive some cane cords.
Did you say that?
North Melbourne type
treatment from North Melbourne won't speak to cane cords. They've cut him off.
Have they?
Yeah, so he reckons, Bundy might cut me off soon.
Nah,
they can't cut me off. I'll have to wash.
He's looking forward to washing his car.
I would tip Montmorency by 6 points. Good game though. Match
it will be a cracker. I agree. Match of the round there. West Preston versus Hurstbridge at West Preston. I think Hursty a bit too classy here. 21. I was very impressed with the nuggety approach of West Preston on the weekend. They got a couple of real impressive players at West Preston, but I think Hursty's too good a side there. The destination club by 21 for me.
Yep, I've got Hurstbridge by 8. So.
All right. And the bye this week, Eltham and Greensborough. Throw that one to the shithouse. Let's go to the next one. Division 2, Panton Hill versus Northcote Park. I'm loving Northcote Park.
Yeah, they've been impressive.
Where are they sitting on that ladder?
They are
already.
You throw it away.
I'm just throwing shit over.
You're just throwing it. That's right. You're doing heaps. Northcote Park
Fifth,
are sitting
they're in
fifth,
the
so they're doing a bit. They're going all right.
Northcote Park by 19 for me.
Yeah, Northcote Park by 30 for me. Yeah, Panton Hill, they've won 2 games, so they're probably safe now. So they're going all right.
What's the back end of Finbar Marley? Congrats.
Debuting for North Melbourne.
VFL.
No, AFL.
AFL.
Of course, yes, week from
fantastic. Well done,
played
Chris.
Research in Alpha.
They're good of an area of viewers.
Yeah, that's
Don't let
awesome.
us miss a beat. Fantastic. I really appreciate it.
I only know this due to Supercoach.
And he's corrected his own spelling. That's all right. I can't spell either, mate, so don't stress. And Juddy's Oh, Peter Dawson's got the Parkers as well.
Good on
Right. All right. Let's get to St. Mary's Whittlesea. Now, this one for me is match of the round here.
Yeah, 100%.
And I think St. Mary's, this is where you go bang on making a statement. 2 points. I'm going to St. Mary's.
I reckon they'll go okay,
there.
but Whittlesea by 20. I think just class will prevail late.
I probably can't tip against Whittlesea if they get up this week because I've probably given the hardest run. I'm a bit scared.
Yeah, you're a bit off them. You are well and truly off
the shores and isn't it?
Yeah.
But St. Mary's by 2. Next game, Lower Plenty, Thomastown. Well, I'm changing my points. I know that's what I said earlier, like I wrote down. I'm actually going to go Lower Plenty by 55.
Okay.
They make the statement of the season.
I've got Lower Plenty by 30, and I know I've said this for 3 weeks now, but Taron Thomas is definitely playing this week.
We get heaps of grief
for
over
Thomastown.
this.
He's 100% playing this week for Thomastown.
We get heaps of grief.
We were good last week with Fitzroy.
Sorry, Mutsy.
I knew Brock Carter was playing. He had a great day as well. Another one for them. But, yeah, he's playing Taron Thomas.
All right. Dorso, because he's our biggest tipster here, he's got the wheels here by 35 points and he's got Lower by 50. Over the page, Watsonia Diamond Creek. I've gone the Creekers by 88. Gee, they're impressive. I didn't get to the game the other night. I was absolutely exhausted Saturday night, and I just decided to have a night in. It was bloody freezing, but I know a lot of people that were there. A lot of people gave me feedback and said they were amazing.
Yeah.
So I've got them by 88 points this weekend.
I've got them by 90, but they're only going to get better. Like Dale Marsh played 2s on the weekend, just come back from Japan. So, like, they're just going to get better.
You know you got depth when Dale Marshall plays 2s.
Yeah, it has
wouldn't
to
have mattered if you come back from 10s and near.
I'll
he
be
would
honest,
have played 1s anywhere else.
I was talking about it with my Epi mates, and, you know, so many people have gone away and had to go straight back in. Like, you know, to have that sort of depth's unreal. So the
69 for Dymo will get best on. Well, I don't know who that is, so feel free to tell me.
Best on.
Creek's 100 points there. All right. Next one, Old Paradians, McLeod. McLeod for me, too good. 73 points against OPs. It's sort of like at the moment, I want to tip them and give it, but this is too big of a difference.
When they play Watsonia, that'll be a big one.
Yeah.
I've tipped McLeod by 70. Shout out to me cousin, the other JK, Jordan, who plays at McLeod. So
okay, better footballer
70.
than you too. He said.
Not even close.
What?
No.
Reckons he's got you covered easy.
Nah.
God, even your brother reckons he's got you covered.
No, he can't play anywhere. So.
Yeah, better cricketer.
Shannon is.
Yeah. All right, so let's go Divi 3, and this is the one that's going to shape the ladder for finals, I think.
Yeah.
So Mernda Ivanhoe. Look, I'm pretty impressed with Pete's. Ivanhoe and Schultz's boys. I love Wayne Schultz. He's about 712 this year. He's like the Yoda of football.
Anyone going to play on him? That's my question.
How do you play on him? He's so fit.
Well, I mean, he's playing half forward, taking kick out, so it's tough. So
got some freaky haircuts. That's one thing I'm missing on the interviews this year. Getting down and seeing Schultz and Pete. They're fantastically run club. 26 points. I've given Ivanhoe and Mernda will be 0 and 4.
They will be 0 and 4, but they're going to give this a fair crack. They're going to come out. Fletch would probably have said to him, "Bring your mouth guards. We're running Tuesday." Look. 13 points, Ivanhoe, Mernda lead at halftime.
I'm not sure if Nipper Marshall's back at the moment.
I don't think
he's still out.
He's
still got another 2 or 3.
Yep.
Kyle Yankos did his ankle last weekend, so he's out for 3 or 4.
I reckon Bundy will pick up a few of these boys that you're saying next year.
Oh, there's a tip. I didn't even tell you that.
No, you didn't.
I did try to steal a couple more. I got Joel Harris, but I didn't get any more over at Bundy. But Joel Harris, geez, good player.
Good player, yeah.
Great player. Argue with his mum about him. She will stab you in the throat. She will kill you. Kim will kill you. She loves her footy.
Like that, mate.
She's amazing. That woman loves her footy. She's got a fantastic uncle in Daddy Whitaker as well. I love
Daddy Whitaker.
Danny, do you know Danny?
I thought you said Daddy.
No, Danny Whitaker.
Someone's called him Daddy before.
Yeah,
right. There you go.
And even his old man, absolute champion. So Ivanhoe by 20. You've got him by 13. Old Eltham Collegians and Jimmy Atkins Lorimer. Jimmy, the Mozzie's off because I've tipped you 2 weeks in a row and you've won 2 weeks in a row. So maybe it's reverse psychology, but I've got you guys by 59 points this weekend. Fits you to kick 10.
10. Not at that ground.
10.
Not at the Dome.
12.
They'll win by 40. Turtles, got to be a little bit disappointing when you get pumped by 20 goals. A big shout out to Liam Rushman, coach. He's pumping some big numbers.
Yes.
big
Star.
data. He had 38 against Stars, so he's going all right.
That's amazing stats.
Yeah, it's a big day.
How did CAF not get him to Epping? What happened there?
Well, look, we could only take so many. So maybe next year.
Is that working out?
Yeah, we'll see how we go.
All right, Reservoir versus West Heidelberg. West, I'm going to put my faith in you here to the boys down there. I'm getting his home by 11.
I went the opposite, Reservoir by 11. So that's a good game.
That's pretty fair.
Yeah.
Now, if you don't know if CAF's in, that tells me he's out. I'm just going to read between
CAF's not playing this week.
Right. So
there's a couple other outs. We'll say that.
Yep.
So
okay,
it's a different looking team.
Okay. Well, that's got opportunity.
Absolutely. A few boys. I know they got beaten the twos on the weekend, but I'm impressed. Adam Rose went back, got a kick, so that was good. There's a few young boys putting in the work, so they'll get an opportunity this week. And hopefully they solidify their spot. But yeah, Laylor, Big Hersey, best on again.
Yep.
He had a big day, 50 hit outs. So look, Epping by 85. I think they'll bounce back.
Okay. Well, I think Epping 47. But I want to give some credit here to Laylor. It's hard being down the bottom, and
100%.
it's hard rocking up every week and copping a bit of a smacking. But I absolutely want to tip my hat off to every single player at Laylor that rocks up each week to get that club on the up. It's bloody tough, but you are the champions. I love that you're doing that because the club needs it. I never want to see a club in this league going into recess. That is how I'll judge what goes on there. They can't. We've got to keep these guys going. There's so much amazing history at Laylor.
Hopefully Laylor can pull a bit of a reservoir next year, pick up well, hopefully get some extra points or something.
Yep. Which
cap,
will be good.
I don't know, like the extra cap. I don't know. There's got to be something for them.
They couldn't be anywhere near the cap.
Nah, but that's what I mean. Like, just give them a little bit of leniency somewhere.
Yep. Well, I mean,
I might come out.
Maybe the league could give them some money back and help them out. Something like that. There's plenty in the bank account on here.
Yeah.
Kilmore versus King Lake. Now, I'm calling him Coey's Kilmore.
Yeah.
Right. Josh Coe's a star, mate.
Yeah.
How that guy isn't playing a high division, I seriously don't know. But I've heard he's part of the family there now. There's no taking him away from Kilmore. They love him. So Kilmore.
Hey, everyone's got a price, mate.
Yeah. What's your price?
Oh,
what would get you out of retirement to Bundoora?
Me?
Yeah.
Serious hot dog can of Coke. Just let me play.
Heath offered the Coke. He's not giving you the hot dog. So Kilmore, I've got him by 26 points, and you have said
King Lake by 1. I'm on the train.
Oh, you're on the train.
Yeah, I'm on the lake train.
How are we polling with tips? How am I going?
I'm smacking you by 8. You are in trouble. I don't even think we should bother.
Every single club this week looked at the fixture and went, why? Yeah. Why did they do it? Because Fitzroy Stars have a bye.
Yeah.
Now, we have no show without being able to support everybody. Don't forget about Patrick Cronin Foundation this week. Please get on, buy a ticket, win a RAV4. Thank you again to Footy Banners for everything you've done for us. Fantastic. Wayne at Waytech Render. Yes, I know. Sorry, I can't get off my mic. No, but these guys are fantastic. They sponsor us, absolute legends. When I say sponsor us, all the money goes back into the clubs, as you know. Diamond Creek Valley. I heard your car rattling again. You got to get in and see Ash, mate. Absolute ripping fella. Not a bad looking rooster either. So, and Evans Printworks, please, local guy, Doreen, get behind him for anything. Your one-stop print shop, fantastic. Brainy Brewing.
Yep.
What do we say? Cheers for the Pioneers.
There we go.
That's fantastic.
He literally just messaged me, just texted me.
Even though you're trying to give us the kind of pass, get behind MND. That's fantastic. Congratulations to young Link Westbury. Again, I hope you enjoyed. If you want to be nominated and you've got a good reason, send it to us and we will absolutely have a chat to the boys and see what we can do. Have we covered everything?
Do you reckon they can get me a banner for the game that we're playing, the DVFL?
I reckon we could.
I want one.
I was actually going to get James from Brainy Brewing to drop you off a slab. Halftime slab.
Well, I'm still not drinking, mate. I'm still off.
27th of June.
Yep, 120 days it's been. I'm flying.
We'll have to get James in long before then.
Yeah.
All right, guys, fantastic. I hope you've enjoyed the show. If you support the show and you love it, please put a comment in there that you want to see us at the MND match. There's nothing more important than volunteers doing charity work. And until next week, ladies and gentlemen, there's nothing more important than you going out and kicking goals. Have a great night.
Have you ever seen a roo kick? Have you ever seen an emu run under the bright Aussie skies and said this year we'll be the one?